Reasons men pull away, 5 things to look out for. What I am going to share with you now is the most common reasons being men's disappearing acts. As you read through this article, it's essential that you understand that men are natural-born hunters who enjoy the chase. If he is interested in having you as his girlfriend, he will show you this with his actions. Be careful to never settle for a man that isn't giving you 100% with his actions but is saying everything with his words. This is where a lot of women run into trouble in their search for a good man. Pay attention to his actions more than his words. Furthermore, I want to mention something else that is aligned to this. I have seen several women date a man and then come back and say, he was so into me in the beginning, he courted me and showered me with gifts, said all the right things, and was so eager to make me his. But then once this man gets what he wants, he moves on, and his actions start to change slowly. I call this type of man, the snake. Men like this tend to be very narcissistic but also tend to get what they want often. They have a thrill of the chase, and they see a significant reward for their ego when they have won their prize. I always tell women to be very careful of a man who is too forward in the beginning. Take your time, and challenge someone who may be extremely forward. So many women fall for a man like this because we are hopeless romantics and you are pretty amazing. So, when you see a man showing you so much affection and attention, it starts to get you to think, wow, he is so different. Right? Then you play this emotional mind game in your head stating, I would be stupid if I let this go. I am going to explain further as you read on. Tip 1. Men pull away because they don't want to be in a relationship. If a man is honest and tells you he does not want a relationship, then as a woman you should honor his truth in telling you this and take a moment to reflect and understand that you may need to pull away. Not to mention, if he also gives you the popular one-liner by saying, I'm just seeing where things go, proceed with caution. This is not a committed answer, so why would he want to commit to you? This is just an answer to lure you away from the truth in hopes to keep you around for what he is in search of pleasure and attention. Though it can be difficult to ask a man what he is looking for, it also challenges you to get one step closer to your goal. The more comfortable you're with this, the easier it will become. I know that some people may not always take my advice to challenge themselves and ask the man what he is looking for, so I want to give you some other clues on what to pay attention to if you don't want to have this conversation with him. Side note, I am in no way offering you a pass to wiggle out of the conversation. Remember, challenge yourself. Why do men pull back? Tip 2, signs he is a player. It's important as women that we understand how and when to pay attention to red flags. In another article, I explain the difference between a high-valued woman and a low-valued woman. We all come across players. The difference is whether or not you continue to date them after you spot red flags. So many women come to me and say, Apollonia, he was so into me in the beginning. This could be a sign of a man getting the thrill from the chase and simply getting bored easily. This type of man I call the snake. This man will call you daily, text you hourly, and talk about how beautiful you are and how happy he is to have met you. He might even go that extra mile and mention that he's looking for a relationship. But the difference with this relationship is that he is all in, right away, and it seems too good to be true. What I mean by all in, is that it's hot and heavy early on, and sometimes you feel like you can't even catch a breath. You might get excited and think, oh my, he is so amazing, but let's examine his actions. In the end, it fizzles out as quickly as it began. As we are talking about why men pull away and what to do, let's analyze these common things. 1. What does he talk about with you? Depth conversations, or surface-level conversations? 2. Does he set or plan dates and then follow through on a consistent basis? 3. Does he remember the things you tell him? 4. Is he hot and cold and does his phone go off often late at night? 5. Does he ask you to his house often for sleepovers or does he properly court you? 6. Does he stick to his word, or does he say, let's hang out Friday, and then contacts you on Sunday? 7. Does he have a lot of photos with different women on social media? 8. Or is he that man that tells you everything you want to hear and lays it on heavily in the beginning? He paints a picture-perfect idea that you get attached to, and when it doesn't happen you find yourself saying, but he was into me when he first met me. What happened? Tip 3, when guys pull away they might not be that into you. Even though this one may be hard to swallow because we value ourselves so highly as women and no one likes a blow to the ego or rejection, it's important to talk about. Oftentimes a man will show you signals of commitment but not want to commit to getting to know you. There are 2 principal reasons for this. Either they just don't have interest in you and don't want to hurt your feelings, or you fell in love too easily and they lost interest in the chase of getting their prize. I will go deeper into the meaning of the chase and the prize as we move along this article. Here are a couple of common scenarios I see when a man pulls away and loses interest. 1. They do not share the same vision of the future. 2. They see that their values are not aligned. 3. They notice that a woman does not adhere to their goals or their requirements in the relationship. 4. They lose attraction because you become too clingy. 5. He just isn't attracted to you anymore. It might not feel natural to him. Tip 4. Why do guys pull away? You fall in love too easily. Typically, men love to see their woman as a prize that they need to work for. They see the woman that they choose to be with as an accomplishment and as someone that took work to earn. It might sound a little silly, but it's true. Men love to know a woman has a mind of her own, is confident, and isn't easy to get. So, men pull away when women get too clingy. Do not start cancelling all your plans to be available to him every day all day. Keep him on his toes a little to make him wonder where you stand sometimes. Asking him what he is doing every minute of every day and planning things to do without giving him the opportunity to say yes or no can be signs you are becoming clingy and falling too easily for him. As we all know, it should be a mutual chase between the man or the woman. If the balance is off, it becomes too easy for him to take you for granted. Tip 5. Why does he pull away? Personal troubles. Now, a lot of men will not be in a relationship if they don't feel secure within themselves. This is especially true if the woman is someone beautiful and independent. For example, a man may pull away if he is not financially secure at the moment. This is something that may help him feel superior, confident, and not wonder if he is good enough for you. Also, he may have certain health issues that he is not comfortable telling you about until he figures things out on his own. Another reason could be instability and/or unhappiness related to his job. This can be an additional source of stress, and men tend to feel as though they need to feel confident or protected with the primary sources of freedom: money, health, and work. What to do when men pull away? In short, when you see that your crush or boyfriend is pulling away, you pull away too. Do not contact him. Concentrate on your own growth, reflect on what you've learned from the dynamics of the relationship, and move forward with your personal goals. How to have a healthy relationship: be clear about your expectations and your needs. If they aren't met, then move on and see if he'll ever come around. Because if he doesn't, I am sure someone else will. As we part ways, I leave you with this. If you only take one thing from this article, I hope that it is fully understanding that you must wholly and profoundly love yourself in order to freely give love to another. This is the healthiest form of love you can receive in life. I challenge you to dig deeper, heal, and work through any past experience that has tested you today.